Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about 10 annoying things in bourbon. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Jeff Andresi, and Katie Joyce.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, so we're going to be talking today about 10 annoying things in bourbon. We've got a list put together, and we'll talk about them and see if we all agree these things are annoying, or if someone wants to defend them. I think Katie's always the most likely, because she always gives everyone the benefit of the doubt. She might be like, no, that's not annoying, and here's why. So we'll get to that.
Feels accurate.
I'm gonna leave tonight all ticked off because we're gonna talk about the stuff that annoys me.
That annoys, yeah. We do have a list of 10, and they're numbered, but they're not in any order. I want to be clear about that. It's not like this is the most annoying thing in bourbon or anything. It's not like that. I just 10 ideas off the top of my head.
Number one's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is. It's not good for the industry, I think, but we'll get to that list after the break. For right now, though, Katie said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Katie?
Yes, I would like to know your all's thought processes and preferences on the options that you're out camping, and your options are either outhouse, camper bathroom, or the woods. So I'd kind of set the scene here. This was 2 weekends ago. I was camping with my goddaughter and some of her friends. So there was like 5 girls in this camper staying at like the site that they have down by a river. And
Down by the river.
Down by the river. And then on the property, though, there is an outhouse as well.
Okay.
But then in the outhouse, there were some hefty sized spiders.
Sure.
Hey,
so
that's
spiders.
They love that shit. Oh, no.
They were good spiders, the kind of like eat mosquitoes. But they were hefty in size.
Okay.
I would say probably like with their legs out the size of the bottom of this.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
No.
And so it's middle of the night. You really have to pee. So there's people sleeping in the camper. You're in the woods, or there's this outhouse. What's your thought process, and what are you going with?
Okay.
I'm getting in my car and I'm going to a hotel.
Yes. Yeah, that's truly the right answer. If we're allowed to say that.
Proper bathroom.
Pull out your inner Girl Scout, Kathy.
If we're allowed to say that, that's the right answer. If we have to stick to our options, KK, what would it be?
The camper bathroom. I don't care if people hear me pee in the middle of the night.
Okay, what if you wake up with an upset stomach?
Yeah, that's worse.
Now what's your choice?
The camper bathroom.
Okay.
She's waking everyone up and she doesn't care.
Oh, yeah. And then clearing the
If I'm that uncomfortable, I want to be in the most comfortable position to be that uncomfortable, and you're all going to be uncomfortable around me.
Okay.
Everybody poops.
All right. Doesn't mean we all have to like it.
I think this question is different for men versus women.
Now, when it comes to pooping, though,
Well,
this is pooping we're talking.
Well, yeah, let's change it to that. That's not fair to ask.
Let's
Guys
not
just
get
pee
off the
wherever.
hook by saying, "Oh, well, it's just the number one. I can go anywhere. It doesn't matter."
Yeah.
We
It's
got to
like
get more
easy. You
personal
open the
here.
camper door and just pee out onto the grass.
Correct.
Right. That's the easy answer. So, oh man. So, I've got a little Crohn's. I'm.
Oh God.
My doctor always said it's subclinical. I don't get treated for it, but I've kind of runs in my family, and so the urge hits. I've been on a hunt, and we're pushing a food plot or something. Man, when I gotta go, I'm just gonna squat right there. Or I'll find a tree or something. So
Okay.
I can do that when I have to, and if it's a preference there. If there is an outhouse, even with the spiders, I'm probably going to use that.
Outhouse?
Yeah, I won't do that in the camper.
Okay.
If there's other people.
Okay. I'm not sure here.
It's really
This
unhappy.
is yeah.
I know, because Steve's a germaphobe.
Yeah, and unlike the rest of you, I spent a large part of my childhood where I had to use a outhouse. My parents in 1981 bought a second home, and it was a small cabin that didn't have a bathroom, so you had to use an outhouse. That's a nightmare. There's bugs in there and stuff like that, and it was one of the modern ones, but still, somehow, some way they get in there. I don't like that. I don't like. I wouldn't want to use the bathroom with everyone there, and then I feel like as soon as I got done, KK or Justine or Katie would be right behind me, getting ready to walk in there, and I'd be like, don't go in there for a while. I don't want that. I feel like I would go out into the woods, but logistically, I don't actually know how that works. Because do you got to get totally naked? I would think. I would assume you got to be. Because oftentimes both systems are working in a number two situation, and if your pants are around your ankles, how is it not going to get all over your pants and around your ankles?
You're holding yourself up with your hands
Yeah,
off a tree or something.
I'm not exactly sure logistically how this. And I don't want to be out totally naked in the woods, and they're like, "Where did he go?" Next thing you know, I got the search party. You wonder if I just wandered off. There I am squatting naked with shit on the ground below me, trying to squeeze yet another one out.
You could keep a shirt on. You could at least Pooh Bear it. But
yeah, this is my fucking nightmare. I gotta think it's the woods, but I don't really know how it even works. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure how that works. Someone who knows, tell me, reach out to me and let me know so I can try to keep my dignity. I don't really understand how it works. If I had to do that. I really don't know.
You've never grew up around the woods, obviously, Steve.
No,
So.
my parents didn't camp or anything like that. We were hotel people, so no, I've never been on a camping trip at all. I don't really understand it, and I don't like outhouses. After being I used an outhouse plenty. I don't like outhouses, and
So
I
Steve
wouldn't want to
isn't
use the
going
camper.
camping. I think
hell
that's
no.
the answer.
No, I mean, in reality, if you guys set up a trip like that, I would bow out. I would not be part of it, but I want to play the game and give Katie an answer, and that's the best I can do. All right, Justine, you're next.
So I have never stayed at a campground that was like completely rustic.
Okay.
Like they have like running water, bathroom, toilets.
Like a communal bathroom, you're saying they typically have.
Yeah.
Not in this example, you can't have that. You can't be like, well, I only stay.
I get that.
You're stuck with what Katie has provided.
I mean, there's
you.
running water in the river. I guess if you want to walk down to the river and pop a squat in it, but I didn't think that was a reasonable choice to include.
So I purposely would cut back on food so I didn't have to.
Justine's not eating.
Or drinking. She's not eating or drinking the entire weekend.
Justine is taking Imodium by the handful. So no matter what happens.
Thankfully, I most of the time get like vacation constipation. So I'm pretty sure that I'm good. But if by chance I am not, the people in the camper are just going to have to suffer because
they're going to have to deal with it.
I'm not pooping with spiders, and I'm not pooping in the woods because I don't want a tick on my butt.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry, people. You have to suffer.
Okay.
And
So I've got, you mentioned the river, Katie. It's like, I'm going to tell a little story. It was, my mom took me and two buddies down to this Hershey's state track meet. We all earned our way down to this. Hershey's used to be, I don't know if they still do them, but anyway. So we're heading from northern Minnesota down towards the Twin Cities, and we were staying at my aunt's, and a buddy and the two buddies and I, we took some inner tubes and we went swimming across this lake. Pretty soon, one of the guys is just kind of sitting in his tube floating, and we didn't think much of it. Next thing we know, he's throwing stuff at us. What the? He took a shit in the lake and he was throwing it at us.
Oh,
That's not right.
What?
he's throwing shit at you.
Behind.
Yes. Good. The quality of friends of mine have gotten better over the years, but he's certain. And the other guy looks and said, "That's no bigger than a rabbit."
That's like a zoo animal. That's like a zoo animal throwing shit at you.
This
Like
is
a
why
monkey
accidents
throwing
happen and
food.
people drown in bodies of water.
Yeah. Well, thinning of the herd. All right, Katie, you asked the question.
So, my short answer, outhouse. So, I
Really?
do. As a teenager, I did not like outhouses. When I would go to like a friend's cabin, I was scared of all the bugs, and so
Right.
I would find like a tree, ideally a tree stump, like near the house. There was one time as a teenager, there was this cut down tree stump right outside the back door of the
Okay.
cabin.
All right.
So like light was still on it, you could see everything around you, and I really had to pee. And so I was like, I'll pee in the yard right here by the tree stump. I don't have to leave the light. I don't have to go down to the outhouse. We're good. And everybody was inside. I had just stepped outside. So I'm there peeing, and all of a sudden I hear gravel crunching. I'm like, oh no. And one of our friends had gone out to their vehicle and they didn't know it. And they're walking back up the gravel. It was like, hey, Katie. I'm like,
No.
hey, Bob. So since
Man.
then, I just embraced the fact that I need to be near the spiders. My problem is that I am much more afraid of being near a snake by accident than a spider. And so I am terrified of like finding a spot in the woods and all of a sudden there's a snake there or something worse. That
Right.
part creeps me out more. So I just had a good little chat with the two big spiders that were there middle of the night in the outhouse. Also, I hate camper bathrooms. Absolutely hate them. I think part of it is when we camp in Oshkosh for AirVenture, it's dry camping, so you just have to have everything in the tank and then go deal with it and emptying everything after. But then, like, if people are using the camper toilet too much and it gets hot, it smells during the week. I hate it. I hate camper. Like, camper toilet is like the last resort for me.
Okay.
And so I just had a little chat with the spiders in the outhouse. I was like, listen, I'm going to keep my phone light kind of on you. I'm not going to blind you. Don't want to upset you, but I'm going to keep looking every few seconds. And as long as you stay there, then I'm good. And I had the door propped open, so I was ready to bolt if those spiders moved.
Right.
Like if they
They
started
moved
coming
in on
down
you?
the wall.
So the bear could come right into the outhouse,
Right.
Yeah, see,
The
I was
spiders
really...
could take the bear. They were huge.
Yes, I think I was making friends with the spiders so they would defend me from any kind of like banjo playing predator or a bear, anything like that. I think I was good there with my spider protectors. So, because I feel like we reached an agreement. When I came back and told John this story, he goes, it's really good you didn't watch the movie Apex with me before you went.
Okay.
And so it's a new one that's out, but it involves someone chasing someone through the woods and like hunting them down. And so he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad knowing now that you were like walking into the woods to the outhouse that you didn't watch that movie with me." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Thank
that
God
guy
I was
was
just
reading.
worried about this. So really, I appreciated the spiders because it gave me something to focus on, and my brain wasn't wandering with like, I wonder if there's any axe murderers out here. Or
I
cannibals."
would rather deal with an axe murderer than a spider.
Okay. Especially when you're naked and they're going for the bad stuff. So, yeah. And so I talked a little bit about the effect we had an outhouse at the place we had, and we got it in 81. It fixed it all up. It was nice, and then in 82 it flooded. Everybody told us it never had flooded before or anything like that. That's where my parents decided to buy it because there were some old timers there, and they're like, it's never flooded. because it was way up off there, and it flooded. And the outhouse was right along the riverbank, and because you wanted it far away from the house, so it was all the way down at the riverbank. You don't want it next to your house because obviously it stinks or whatever. So the outhouse was totally flooded, just filled with river mud, so you couldn't really use it. We were going down to start cleaning up, and my dad says, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and he's like, "This is for real." So that meant to us was not number one, it was number two. So he grabs a paper bag. I don't understand. He grabs a paper bag and heads down to the outhouse, but then goes behind it. And I said to my mom, I said, "I got to go see what's going on. I got to see this." I'm like 14 years old. I'm like, I can't let this go by without. So I hike all the way down there quietly because I didn't want to disturb what the hell, whatever's happening. And as I'm getting near, I'm hearing, God damn it. And I finally get around where I can see him, and he's standing straight up trying to shit into that bag. And it's not making it into the bag. And then I start fucking laughing. And then also, we hear other people laughing. Down on at the edge of our bank were three guys fishing in a canoe.
Oh my God!
There's my dad standing straight up trying to shit into a bag. I don't know what he's going to do with the bag after he fills it up, by the way. I'm not exactly sure. He never got to that, what happened with that. And then those three guys down there just fucking dying laughing. This is before cell phones, of course, but then they'd have a story with a video if it happened today. But yeah, I mean, he was
gonna put it on the neighbor's step and light it on fire.
Maybe.
How do you shit standing straight up?
I don't understand.
It's just not even like.
Well, my dad was a bigger guy than me, so the squatting thing. Maybe he just couldn't do it. I'm not exactly sure. You would think there would be a squat involved, but there wasn't. But again, stand straight up, but don't put a bag down. You're shitting outside. It's outdoors. It's natural, right? Just shit on the ground and be like. I don't know what he's wanting with the bag. Dig a little
hole and then cover it up when you're done.
He was going to deposit it in the outhouse when he was done.
Maybe. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know. I've got way too many shit stories to. We got to move on.
We got to move on. Otherwise, we'll just be.
I'm on board with moving on.
The shit daily. Kathy's worried she's gonna have to tell one of her stories. I think that's why she said that. Yeah, she's thinking.
Oh.
There's a good one there, I'm sure. All right, on that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Someone here hasn't started.
I don't think you have you?
I'll start. Buzzard's Roost. Single barrel from the ABV Barrel Shop. Let's see what we got here. This is great whiskey, but it's not a great cork pop. Not a lot going on there. It would really take. We'll let Justine go next so I can hang on to my lead because she said she's got all screw tops after that first one.
I have Bardstown Bourbon Company. This is their bottled and bond.
Okay.
132 proof?
Yes.
Yep. Says it right here on the label.
Oh, we're still waiting. I think we were still waiting for the cork pop. We're waiting for the
eyes. The look on her face right now.
I'm like, why is everybody staring at me?
Oh,
we
wanted
with bated
to know.
breath to hear this screw top make a wonderful pop sound.
Yep. All right. Kathy's next. What do you got there, Kathy?
I, too, have a very good whiskey. It's the Leopold Brothers 9-year.
Okay, that's great. Okay. That's our lead, though. Believe it or not, I had a very weak intro, and so Kathy takes the lead. Jeff, you're next. What do you got?
Well, trying to stay on theme a little bit, I've got some Heaven's Door Homesick Blues.
Okay. Again, I think the lead has changed hands. Katie, this feels like it's wide open. The door is wide open because we haven't had a great cork pop here. So what do you got?
It's not a brand new bottle, but I feel like I've got a good shot here. So I was going to open this one for the episode on Steve maintaining friends after retirement. But then my router decided to reset. So I'm going to use it now, and I have Bomburgers.
Okay. Nice. Okay, that's our lead. our winner, I should say.
Yeah.
We didn't have a great one in that one. I can't say that one was great, but that was by far enough. So Katie wins this thing. Cheers to her.
Cheers.
And I think what she bought when she opened that Bomberger, Steve, what she was saying is she's got Bombergers at her house.
Right. So you can maintain our friendship post-retirement.
Okay, I'll come up and see Katie. Yeah.
She can try and
that was an invitation. I'm pretty good at finding that stuff, so she can try.
I keep it all in alphabetical order. So
I like to dig.
Okay, on finding it.
It's marked for consumption by Steve.
There you go. There you go. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about there's 10 annoying things in bourbon. Despite the fact we love it, there's some annoying things out there. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
It's JP Knobloch. I have nice hair. On the ABV Bourbon Daily Show.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are talking about 10 annoying things in bourbon.
Yes, we are. So let's just run through the list and we'll have you guys weigh in. And if you have any heartfelt things about any of these, I think they are all annoying in their own way. Number one, celebrity brands. So every celebrity on the planet wants to just throw their name on a bottle and be like, hey, buy my bourbon. Did you check out my new bourbon? And then you find out some can't even drink. That's just, it's infuriating. I have some integrity. I'm not criticizing you because you can't drink. I get it. It's a sickness. It's an illness. I'm not going to say you need to drink it because you have the brand. No, just don't get a brand though. I mean, it makes sense. I think that's terrible. Anybody who has a brand that doesn't actually drink, I think it's bad form. It's like, you had problems with it, and then you're encouraging others to drink, though. I'm not sure.
It's agreed.
I'm not sure. It is. It's just celebrity brands for the most part. There are a few notable exceptions, and it happens. And you hate the fact that everybody gets lumped in together with celebrity brands when there's some that really care and are actively involved in the brand. But for the most part, a celebrity brand equates to you're just basically licensing your name. You don't really care about the brand. You just care about the money, the checks that are come with that, and hopefully a buyout. That's the thing.
It just shows the disrespect for the art of it and the craft in general.
Yeah.
It's truly a cash grab, right? It's just I'm going to capitalize on my name, and I mean they sell, and you maybe sell once, as someone will buy it, and it's.
I think that's it. I think that's the story. But if you got a big enough fan base, selling a bottle to each is a pretty big number.
It's a big deal.
But none of them have any long-term traction, I don't think.
And Jeff Andresi is famous for bringing a celebrity brand bottle.
World famous.
An event.
Which is we use as a punishment. Yeah, he left it behind, and we use as punishment. And no one's happy. No one's ever drank them and be like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. No, the celebrity whiskey that Jeff left behind, people will make them drink one of those, and they agree it's horrible.
Is it like the celebrity brand version of Malort?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never had Malort, but I'm going to say it. I bet it is.
Right.
I've had Malort.
Exactly.
Yeah, underproofed and just not good. Not good. Next up is awards. They've just gone too. Everybody has awards. Again, there's some integrity in ones like San Francisco and stuff like that, but they end up getting watered down in your mind because there's so many of them, and there's so many that their top prize is best bourbon in the world or best whiskey in the world. Well, how can we have 40 different best bourbons in the world? I don't understand. So it doesn't make sense to me. How about you guys?
They don't even try to be creative with it. Like, it's not like they come up with a new category name or do something unique on their own, or the way they just slap that on there. It's lazy.
Right. It is. I think so too.
Best in the world.
All right. The next up is bourbon snobs. These are people who are just into certain big name brands and think that anything other than that is inferior product. Like this group here, we drink a lot of craft whiskey, and they would look down on that. They would be like, I'm sorry for you. Yeah, you can't afford the good stuff. Or what's your problem? Yeah, and in reality, I think we're in many, and again, it's not slamming the heritage brands. They do a good job, and there's some great products they've got. But to sit there and think that you are drinking a superior product just because it's something that's known by everyone is not necessarily true. That it's better.
This one is only slightly annoying to me because the only thing that annoys me is their chatter about it. But go ahead and drink your stuff and leave the good stuff behind. Do you think they're looking for Leopold Brothers? No, leave it for me.
Right.
If somebody can defend their choice, why do you tell me why you like this one? What else have you tried? Maybe they haven't tried
other things.
They haven't, and I'm going to be okay. I'm just going to know. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to buy into what they're selling, but
right.
I don't want to put somebody down for being a snob, but you can recognize them, you see them, and
I think Kathy and Jeff would have a very different idea if they lived in my life. If they had a bourbon store that doesn't specialize in heritage brands, and you have to deal with the people. We had a guy coming in and being like, yeah, look at the stuff you got here. It's all fake. It's all like, and he pointed to a brand that we're all friends with and said, "Look at this. I know for a fact they're putting powdered sugar in here to sweeten it up." No, they're not.
What?
They're not. They're not. They're not going to last if they're putting powdered sugar in there. He's like, yeah. Why don't you have the Blantons in here and stuff like that? And that to me is a level of snobism that I don't have any tolerance for. Because
I think
not even
you should
right.
just escort him right out of the store.
I feel like you needed to channel your inner Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's when you need customers in the store, so that you as a store owner can be quiet and polite and not create other issue of like online problems. But I think that's when you really needed to have good customers in there who would just shame the guy,
right?
As just individuals, not as a representative of the store,
right?
And I think that's the big difference too between snobs and just uneducated or inexperienced people.
Naive, uneducated, or just a freaking nincompoop,
Right. And those people you could actually still have a conversation with you. And a lot of it is you're like, okay, whatever. If you're not, I'm not interested in teaching anything, so I'm just going to step away from this conversation. But it's not necessarily annoying. It's just okay, you just don't know what you're talking about. I think it is that level of snob that like Steve just explained. That is, God, that's some of the most annoying. And that it triggers like everything with my law school brain and then with my job as well. That when someone's so inaccurate, and especially if they're saying things that aren't true, I like can't hold myself back. sometimes, even though I know it's not worth my time or energy to engage
You're not going to
with
change
them.
them.
What I will do is make fun of them so that they can hear it, but I'm not talking to them, and then they have to try to engage with me. But then I have my ways around it. But oh my God, they're some of the worst people.
In the shop, she would have got her gavel out and be like,
"Yeah, she's got a gavel
you
there."
in contempt.
Yeah. That's why the gavel is at the shop for
Overruled.
that exact reason.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, online bourbon trolls, the people that if you post a YouTube video or whatever, they just want to pick a fight with you. They what I don't understand about that is you don't have to watch the content that's out there. If you don't like it, and again, I can see that, if you're putting out an opinion on something and someone has a differing opinion, that's okay. Let's have a conversation. But the people that just want to pick a fight that have no merit in anything, I'll post a video about a friendship that I did one about Bernie Lovers recently. They're like, you don't know him. You don't know these. You're making shit up. And for sure. I just make stuff up. I think people are just, they want to get in the fight. That's what they want to do. Their life sucks.
I hate online trolls in general.
Yeah.
People that just like, if you don't like it or you don't understand it, move on. If you have a legitimate question, ask it. Don't just like automatically go and say like, oh, you don't know him, or you're not doing this, or you're lying, or like scroll on.
Right. It's so pervasive they gave it a name. I mean, it happens on whatever topic, right? So someone's going to jump in and just
It's not
say
just
something the opposite to try to get a rise, and it's. Yeah.
Here's where I come with the positive side of this, though.
It's Katie.
In the world of social media, on anything, engagement is engagement for a lot of it. So as long as they will post often and get it to where it is hitting better in the algorithms to then get to more people, they technically can be benefiting you, even though they're complete idiots and assholes.
Right.
So there is the silver lining of you're like, cool, keep engaging with me, keep it coming, keep improving my numbers so that I can get to more people.
I get it from Steve's perspective, though, because in his last 10 years, he's been about educating and spreading the positive.
That's fair.
And being positive. Then being trying to be drug into fights. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get in a fight with someone online. There's no winners. I would have a conversation and explain why I felt the way I did, but they don't want to have a meaningful conversation. They want the fight.
Do they typically re-engage if you do respond?
Mostly no, but sometimes they do.
Sometimes they might, but I think it's a one-time thing. They're on to the next thing they want.
Sure, they're on to they're taking their swing at someone else. They've moved on. Yeah, bourbon gloom and doom reporting. God, this has been a big thing for the last year, and I just kind of get sick of it. And the fact that people revel in it's not the best times of bourbon. I get that. I'm not going to say it's the absolute greatest times of bourbon, but the fact that people revel in this, and and this then spurs shady news outlets. But again, I say shady, but then you see some of the big ones like Newsweek and all this other post stories like the bourbon industry is over and stuff like that. It's like, no, it's really not. And then hanging on to last year they kept a list of like 15 distilleries that closed, most of which we had never even heard of.
Right.
And I think when there's 3,000 businesses in business doing something, that in a year 15 are going to close, no matter what the industry is. Right. I mean, I think that's just normal business.
It's I hate the fact that it's based on the growth has slowed versus, oh my God, look how much money is spent in this industry. That's a lot of freaking money. It's a healthy amount. But if you're a stockholder and you're trying to grow, that's where the negative news comes in, and it's, god dang it, there's a lot of people buying whiskey yet. Yeah.
Another one, I think, and then maybe this is just a personal one. I feel like, okay, finishes, we get it. That's an important part of the business now. But I think that non-creative finishes aren't kind of enough anymore. I think we need to get past the usual six of Madeira and port and some other ones, and let's get creatives, because there's still hundreds and hundreds of different things that they can do. Why does, if someone has success with something, everyone then has to do that. If white port catches on, then everyone has to do a white port finish.
Right.
So why not? Why not? Everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and we as consumers get a variety of things versus trying to figure out who's doing the best of the same finishes. So.
I feel like they're doing the finishes just to say that they did one, and because someone else had success with it and maybe did it in a way that made a good product, rather than being focused on what can I do to really accentuate certain flavors in this, and what can I do to give something unique. It's just for the name of it, and then they're actually putting out finishes that don't do anything to help it.
Yeah, the finishing for the sake of finishing versus trying to elevate, so
someone has success selling Amberana. Next thing you know, there's 100 different Amberana offerings.
Give me your story of what you did different with this Amberana barrel to make it different. Why?
No, we kept it in there longer. I mean, it's the race to get it to taste like a total cinnamon bomb. Lack of journalism, and I think the industry really suffers from that. And I think we as a country actually suffer from that. The fact that all of our journalists have gone away. We're now, our news actually comes from bloggers and people who just do things. And then aggregators are the thing these days, whether it's Google or Yahoo or whatever, wherever people are getting their news. It's not real journalists. And I think that we see a lot of that happening, and then you get companies like
AI.
That
I was
lie.
saying AI is the big one I thought of immediately.
AI doing a lot of it. Yeah. You can tell when something's just AI written. It's like that's not even written by a person. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Number 8. This one kind of hits home. I mean, but I think we can say this and still have integrity, because we were early on, and I feel like we there's production here. There's a show here. There's someone who does this for a living, versus everyone and their brother has a podcast now, has a blog, has a YouTube channel, because they're a bourbon fan and they're trying to get samples and stuff like that, and trying to get on the radar of the distilleries. And I think it's kind of overblown and really kind of over.
And I feel like I've seen some that actually haven't put out any original content either. Like they're just relinking other things and not doing a single thing on their own. I'm like, even if you did it poorly, at least you'd be doing something on your own. Doing zero on your own, and again, just putting things together that you pull randomly, there's no value in that. So it's just washing it out.
Yeah, I think there's some that go into it with good intentions, but the easy button is to repeat somebody else's story. You're not adding, you said it, Katie, you're not adding value to what I just saw. And
now, if we want to look at it from a positive side, we could take this opportunity for all these people who are showing a little bit of an interest in the industry, and then really try to bring them into the fold and show them the right way to do it.
Okay.
Who's gonna do that though?
I don't know.
No one. That it wouldn't actually work.
That sounds like work. That's hard.
Yeah. You watch, Bruzel videos, and he's at his home bar, and it's, backdrop of all kinds of whiskey behind him. And then he'll, out of camera, say, today we're going to be talking about, and he pushes it, and coming in there, it's Buzzard's Roost. And he's like, hey, we're talking about Buzzard's Roost. And then you watch every other YouTube video, and there they are sitting in front of their home bar, and they're going to be talking about Buzzard's Roost, or whatever it is. They have the exact same. Everyone's just doing the exact same thing. They're like, "Oh, this works for Bruzel. I'm gonna push the bottle in front of me, and then that's how we're gonna talk. This is how you do it." And it's like, God, everybody's just doing the same thing out there. It's monotonous. But
at that point, they could use AI to give them a different idea, and they'd be better off.
Yeah, for sure. Number 9, we just got 2 left. Number 9, difficulty booking tours. And this is a true problem for people who are trying to experience bourbon, because everyone has a different system. All the distilleries are not on the same system. Some require you to book out, the week of. Some are 6 weeks out. Some are 2 months out. Some have them listed all the time. And then when they fill up, they're just closed. You can't even... It's impossible to put together a trip almost. They've made the logistics of visiting distilleries so hard. You can't just...
when I first started visiting distilleries, you just showed up.
You just showed up.
You just showed up and got in the door.
Your question is, when's your next tour? And, and it's probably going to happen pretty soon.
Oh, you might have to wait 30 minutes. No,
right. And they would apologize. They'd be like, oh, this one just filled up. There's only one spot left, but we'll have another one in 30 minutes if you'd like to then go to the bar. And they're like, apologize. You're waiting 30 minutes.
Now they'll laugh at you and be like, our next tour open is like 2 weeks. You got to go online and book it. And we're like, no, I'm here now.
So Steve, that this one hits home because when I did our trip a couple of years ago, it was only 6 of us. And I didn't realize it had changed so much. We didn't stay in the same hotel 2 nights in a row. We had to move every night to kind of match what we were doing because we can't get in at Buffalo Trace. So now we're going to have to go here and here, and it's real. Why hasn't someone figured out a system to tie this all together? It's because that can. Some people will figure it out.
The positive side behind this one, though, is the demand for the tourism in the bourbon industry is still so high.
Right.
That they can't.
Yeah. This goes against the doom and gloom people are being like, it's over.
Right.
Yep. It's not over. And that's clear. But yeah, like Jeff said, they're measuring potential, growth versus where we're at. And they're like, oh, look at this. It's gone. But in reality, we've kept the people that were into it. We haven't lost people, but I don't know. It's frustrating. Yeah. The last one, and this one is just tough because it's still a viable thing. It's still a thing people talk about, the Bourbon Trail, but it lost its mojo. The fact when they would have, when I started, there was, 7 distilleries on there, and you could go visit that in a weekend, and then it got bigger, and it's like, okay, well, I'll have to take a couple trips, and then it became, this is going to be a
46?
couple year journey. Yeah. It's too much, and then they're like, oh, you know what? We're not even doing anything anymore. You can come. It's the Bourbon Trail, and you can go to our website and see what distilleries are on the trail. And we're not giving you stuff like that. They're struggling with what to do. Their newest thing that they're coming up with, they will send you a paper map, and you'll have the map, paper map of the. Who the hell's using? I'll tell you what. You give a 23-year-old a paper map, they don't even know what the hell it is.
They don't know how to read a map.
They're not gonna be able to read a map. They don't know what a paper map is.
How hard is it to make a T-shirt?
Yeah, or an app that is good, or those type of things. They're like, oh, we're spending too much time. We send someone a T-shirt that didn't fit, and then we got to dedicate staff to then send out another. It's a whole thing. It is. I don't know. They had something great, and I'm hoping it comes back. And I don't say it's dead, but it's on life support. Please fix it. That's all we want. We want
it outgrew itself,
right?
So you've got to someone will take advantage of that and make
get smart. Yeah, get smart and get creative. That's what you got to do. Not just be like, well, it's over, and we've got a website now where you can check it out, and we'll give you a paper map. You can have a paper map.
Paper map.
It's like the worst idea.
They don't even know how to fold them.
I know. It's a whole thing. So
I don't even know how to fold them.
So there you go. Those are some annoying things, and we still love bourbon. We're not complaining about bourbon itself, but there's some annoying things out there, and I think those are all legit. Everyone kind of waited on each of them, and no one was like, "Nah, this is actually pretty cool. I like this." Difficulty booking tours is actually a fun thing.
Well, I'm sure you can do a show on the 10 things that's really cool about bourbon.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do that to let everybody know that we don't hate bourbon.
We don't hate bourbon at all, and
yeah. But
we don't hate Kentucky.
This is true, for sure. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Look for me on Facebook, Instagram, or the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, next up is Katie.
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
Kathy.
Find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
Justine.
I am on Instagram at JA_Maze.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com, that's where you can find out what's going on at the network, as well as all of our shows and stuff like that. And ABVBarrelShop.com, everything that's happening at the shop, what we have in inventory, so much more is available at ABVBarrelShop.com. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
That'll do it today, gang. For the audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.